American artist Alexander Calder was perhaps best known for his mobiles, but nothing could be more mobile than a work he created in 1975. The canvas was a race car. Calder's friend, French race car driver and art collector Hervé Poulain, asked the artist to paint his BMW so that it would stand out on the track. That simple request turned into what came to be known as the BMW Art Car program. In the 35 years since Calder touched a paintbrush to the 3.0 CSL, 15 other artists have expressed themselves using BMWs. Jack Pitney of BMW says artists are given free rein.
Well, we're one of the few remaining independent car companies in the world, and I have to say the Art Car program is a great manifestation of that. We bring in artists from outside, we give them absolute 100% creative freedom to use our cars as canvas, and the results are just stupendous.
Artists from Japan to South Africa to Australia and other parts of the globe have been given the opportunity to express themselves without restriction.
First one.
No, that's the final one.
In 1986, Robert Rauschenberg used other people's art to create what he called a mobile museum. Over the decades, the BMW Art Car program has come to include enough works to create an unrivaled collection, even including a work in 2007 in which Danish-Icelandic artist Olafur Eliasson took the body off a hydrogen race car and created a new work involving layers and layers of ice. As cool as that is, a handful of the art cars have been given a different type of honor. Like the original Calder car, 3 others have raced in the grueling 24 hours of Le Mans. In 1976, Frank Stella, who is himself a race car driver, used a blueprint on the outside of a BMW 3.0 CSL to make your mind think about the difference between 2 and 3 dimensions. In 1977, Roy Lichtenstein used his trademark dots on this 320i to depict what would be seen through the windshield on a beautiful drive in the country. Most people know that Andy Warhol said, "In the future, everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. That's where the phrase 15 minutes of fame comes from. But you probably never knew that in 1979, Warhol painted a BMW race car. The Warhol car competed in Le Mans in 1979. Now, more than 30 years later, BMW is returning to Le Mans with this decade's first art car. The artist is American Jeff Koons, who's used everything from flowers to balloons as elements for his art. Before creating his design, Koons went out on the track in a vintage race car similar to the one painted by Andy Warhol. He also got behind the wheel of the street-legal version of the BMW that will compete at Le Mans.
And this will be the car that will be raced at Le Mans in June. And on the walls, my design concept for the exterior of the car.
Thomas Gierst of BMW says it's appropriate that BMW is making its return to Le Mans in an art car.
I'm very happy to go back to Le Mans. It's fantastic to be going back to Le Mans, to be competing with an actual art car, to bring it back to the roots. It's fantastic.
The driver who will be competing at Le Mans says doing it in an art car makes it sort of a double honor.
It's inspirational. It's very exciting. It's very exciting for a driver to be part of something that's going to be probably make history in motorsport.
The president of BMW North America says the Koons design is already a winner.
And I think what Jeff has managed to get into it is speed. I mean, it looks like sort of lightning flashes. I think to see this flashing by you in Le Mans will be outstanding.
The BMW M3 GT2, painted by Jeff Koons, is one fast piece of art. It generates 500 horsepower and can make it from 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds. While we're talking about kinetic energy, the first art car artist, Alexander Calder, is widely credited with inventing the mobile as an art form. In addition to painting the first BMW art car, Alexander Calder also painted several jets for what was then called Braniff Airlines. He called them flying mobiles. Calder died in 1976 at the age of 78.